Today on Indispensables, we're going to revisit something that we did in the first season about password strength.
That's right. So we taught you some easy ways of making your password more complex, which will protect your banking, etc., etc. So we've got some websites that will tell you exactly how strong it is, in case you were wondering.
Definitely an indispensable that you can't go without.
That's right.
Okay, so in the prior episode we've talked about password strength because that's a very important aspect for security of your system, and if you're worried about how strong your password is, there are some websites you can go to which will give you an indication of exactly your password strength, and we've got a couple already set up, so let's have a look at a few.
Sure. Okay, well there's this very good visual one here, which is howsecureismypassword.net, and you simply type a password in here and it'll give you an idea. So I'll type something really bad in here like dog, and as you can see the screen goes red, and it tells me about that it would take a desktop PC about 0.000004394 seconds to crack that password. So not much of a security feature. But if you make something longer, it'll eventually get better.
Yeah, so the more characters you have, first of all, is a good way of making your password a bit more secure.
That's right. Why don't we go back to the one that we used in that previous episode? So what did we have?
We had I love port power. Actually, put it in first, just I love port power, without us doing anything.
What did we do? Did we have it italicized or capitalized?
No, it was just normal.
It was just all lowercase?
Yep, all lowercase.
I love port power. Port power. Port power. So if we take that and put it in here, it's a fairly long password. That's not too bad, but you see it's still orange.
Yeah.
Right? So it's saying a desktop PC, and bear in mind that's the computational power of a desktop PC. When people are trying to break passwords, they use cloud services and stuff. It's a lot.
So their computational ability is much, much higher.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's still not so great. However, I think we went through and changed the I to a 1. We capitalized it. We made the E a 3.
Yep.
And we added a
exclamation mark.
So let's try that one. So we can take this and put it in here. Oh, look at that. It's gone green. And it would take a desktop PC about 157 billion years. So that's not too bad.
Infinitely more secure, and all we did was just change a couple of characters very, very simply. And as you can see, it had the desired effect. Now, there's a couple of different websites where we can take that and check it out. I mean, this one's really very, very good. I like the way it changes color. It's
just obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives you this years type thing.
Yeah.
But we do have this other one, the password meter. Now, this one's a little...
what's the website for that one?
www.passwordmeter.com.
Right.
So this one is good, but it also gives you a rating and some
so it breaks
further
it down
detail.
into all the different aspects of your password.
So you end up with bonuses or negatives based on certain characteristics. For example, consecutive lowercase letters is bad because that's something that can be found in the dictionary, and that's what they always check.
Yeah.
So let's try again. Let's put in dog. Okay, it got a 5% score. It's very weak. It's failed on a bunch of areas here, number of characters, etc., etc.
Just uncheck that hide box at the top.
So we can see it.
Yeah, so you can see the password. There you go.
So dog. Yeah. However, if we try our I love poor power, look, we get a 100% score, very strong, and it tells you where we get a bunch of bonuses. So we're getting a bonus of 60 just because of the number of characters.
Yeah. So the longer the better.
We've got a little bit of a minus because we've got consecutive lowercase letters.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is probably more useful for...
You can drill down into your password and see exactly where it has its strengths and weaknesses.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we also thought we'd bring up Microsoft's here. So Microsoft always has this kind of thing.
In their security center, sure.
Again, quite simple, but if we try again, dog, weak.
Very weak.
Yeah, it's pretty...
No one likes the dog.
No one likes the dog. So if we chuck in I love port power, best. Okay, so it really did like that one.
Now that's something we get asked about all the time. How strong is my password? So that's just a little way you can check. It's something you can do at home, and it's very easy to do. It's 2 seconds, and you can see exactly how strong your password is.
That's right. You could find any of these sites just by Googling password checker.
Passwords, right, yeah.
Or password strength checker, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two are quite good. I like this one that measures it in
In years.
billions of years.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So if we keep adding a character,
Yeah.
see, one more character put us to 12 trillion years.
Yeah.
I think the sun will burn out before that happens.
I think
So-
the universe
Yeah.
will go into a big bang.
Well, there's definitely the universe. The 931 trillion, nah, we're not going to make it.
No, we're not going to make it.
All right, so there's a way to just check your passwords. It's useful for administrators when you're setting password policies.
Yeah.
So it must be a minimum of 6, it must be a minimum of 8.
Yeah.
It must
Must
contain
include
this, that, and
characters
the
and
other.
numbers. It must
Yeah.
include capitals.
So this site would probably be pretty useful if you were developing policy like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the password checker.
All right. Thanks.